We're going live to Caracas at this moment, Venezuela, where the Electoral Chamber of the Supreme Court of Justice is holding the second day of hearings with the former electoral candidates of the July 28th elections as part of the investigations into the electoral process following the elections of July 28th. For this second consecutive day, the Supreme Court of Justice is receiving the former presidential candidates. At this moment, we are seeing the former candidate Eric Ondarroa before the Supreme Court of Justice of the country. Also today, the president of the highest judicial authority of the country, Cariclia Rodriguez, received the representative of the Popular Will Party, Jose Noriega, who was required to before the judges on Thursday morning. During his statements, let's recall that Jose Noriega said, "We bring all the information that Arepa Digital, Popular Will and I have gathered. We are here to strengthen transparency, to give the country confidence in these presidential elections and also to ensure that Venezuelans address the issues we face." Subsequently, the representative of Renewal and Hope, Jose Perdomo, also appeared earlier today before the judges to present all the electoral materials his political organization has in its possession. Let's remember that last week the Supreme Court officially summoned the 10 presidential candidates and also the representatives of political parties to present all the electoral materials they have in their possession, a process that started on Wednesday. It is estimated that these hearings before the Electoral Chamber could last 15 days and may be extended if the Supreme Court authorities deem it necessary. At this moment, we can see the President of the Supreme Court of Justice, Cariclia Rodriguez, has made an entrance to the courtroom before the former electoral candidate that is being attending today to this process, judicial process that started yesterday on Wednesday. In this context, let's highlight that Edmundo Gonzalez, who was a candidate for the Democratic Unity Platform, PUD, did not appear at the hearing in the Supreme Court of Justice Electoral Chamber, where he was expected to present this Wednesday the voting records from the presidential elections held on July 28th, thus this being an explicit mandate from the Supreme Court. In this regard, according to the President of the Supreme Court, who we are seeing at this moment in the courtroom, the failure to appear before the Electoral Chamber will have the consequences provided for in our current legal system elections. Let's recall that in these elections on July 28th, precisely the candidate of the Great Patriotic Poll, Nicolás Maduro, was re-elected as President of Venezuela for the 2025-2031 term with 51.9% of the votes. Also, the far-right politician Edmundo Gonzalez, who, by the way, proclaimed himself as Venezuelan president, registered for elections and put up election witnesses. We, at this moment, we're live to Caracas, Venezuela, where the Electoral Chamber of the Supreme Court of Justice is holding hearings throughout the day with the former electoral candidates of the July 28th elections as part of the judicial investigations into the electoral process and inquiry requested by re-elected President Nicolás Maduro. This is all for the moment. Stay tuned with From the South.